I always loved watching him play baseball and basketball. He was really good at those things. And I always figured he'd probably grow up to be a major league baseball player or basketball player. Well, I was disappointed when he quit playing sports because his mom and I really liked watching him play. I knew he had a talent at music because we'd watched him play in the orchestra for a long time, and I knew he enjoyed that. It really surprised me when he became a rapper and started rapping because I didn't think that was his choice of music, first off. He used to sing around the house a little bit, this and that, but rap wasn't something that I thought was on the horizon. I wasn't too worried about him hanging out with the wrong people or making a wrong decision necessarily. I was just worried because I know music can be a difficult career choice because one, is a hard industry to break into, and two, you hear how cutthroat it can be, but I know he's determined and I know he's hardworking and dedicated, and I know that if anybody can succeed, it's probably him. But I still worry, that I don't want him to get hurt. Well, I support him, sure. I mean, I'm going to support him no matter what his career choices are. I just, like I said, I hope he has not necessarily a backup plan because I don't expect that he's going to fail, but I hope that he, studies the business side of it because the other people in the industry that turn out to become big producers or actors even alongside of being a rapper. And, maybe that's not how they started out, but that's how they ended up, and I hope he looks at those things as well because you just don't know, in this industry, it can turn on a dime. And so, I hope he looks at those things and considers those things as well, because he may want to get into the promotional side of it eventually, or he may want to get into the producing side of it or something else somewhere down the line. And so I hope he keeps his options open as he goes along, because I think, he could be the world's greatest rapper along with being, something else. I like JCO's music. I think it's good. I always worry about the language aspect to some extent because that's not how I grew up, but I know the world is changing and I know that's what kids are into these days. And, it's not aimed at my age demographic. So, it's not something I would seek out on the radio necessarily for most rappers. Since it's my son, I listen to it, but again, it's not aimed at my age group. So it's not something I would, it wouldn't necessarily be my first choice of music necessarily if it were some other rapper, but since it's my son, I'm going to support him for sure.